Hello, and welcome to another edition of Coffee Talk with immigration attorney Brian D. Lerner. In this particular episode, I would like to talk about uh, the Advance Healthcare Directive. So, what is that? Why do you need to know about that, and why did I entitle the video as I did? Well, let me tell you why having an advanced healthcare directive is important and critical as part of your estate plan. Okay, let me give you an example of what might happen. And I'm not saying this will or anything, but let me just illustrate the point. And many times I can make a better illustration of a point by exaggerating a bit so that you understand than what I'm trying to say. So let's say that tomorrow, driving the last 10 years, no issues, and you just take a right turn, and somebody who had too much to drink slams into your car and basically causes severe injury to your body. You are then put on life support, and you are unconscious. You are unable to talk. It's unclear whether or not you're in a coma. It's unclear whether or not you're going to recover, but you're alive, and the doctors are keeping you alive. Now, what happens? Okay, let's say you're married or not married, whichever. Um, who is going to make your medical decisions? What happens if you take a turn for the worse? What happens if you do go in a coma? What happens if you need to be transferred? What happens if you unfortunately die? What happens to your organs? Where do you get buried? Um, let's say that you're going to recover, but you're going to need severe and life lasting treatment every single day for 4 hours a day, and you'll never be able to walk again. Let's say that you might recover, but you're not going to have sufficient brain activity to understand what's going on. All these things, okay? Let's say that you're going to recover, but you're going to be out essentially without consciousness for the next week or 2 weeks when they do your surgeries and whatever you have to do. Who's going to make all the medical decisions at that point? So I hope that I've illustrated the situation. Um, an advanced healthcare directive will an agent, which is basically an agent is just another word for somebody you pick to make all those decisions for you based on what is in your advanced healthcare directive. You you have beliefs. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. I mean, nobody wants to think about what's going to happen. If you're going to be in a coma, and how long you should be in a coma before somebody may pull the plug, or maybe you never want anybody to pull the plug, or maybe you want there to be, for example, 30 days, and if there's no improvement, no indication there'll ever be improvement, and you don't want to put your family through the heartache and so forth, you will then direct your agent to essentially pull the plug. Um, there you may want to direct when it is appropriate to do an autopsy, when it is appropriate to get nutrition or not get nutrition, what kind of burial you may want. Should you die, what is to happen with your organs? Do you want them to be donated? If so, to whom? For what purpose? All this is in the Advance Healthcare Directive. And it is what it says it is. Advance means you do it before anything bad happens. Healthcare obviously deals with your healthcare and anything medical that will happen to you. And directive, that is directing an agent to make the decisions and to have the authority to make those decisions based upon what your wishes and desires are. So if you happen to be 25 years old now listening to this, you might say, why on earth should I get a healthcare directive right now? I'm not old. I'm not sick. Well, for the exact same reason I gave the example in the beginning. I mean, you work, you drive a car, or you go to school, you live. Okay, nobody knows what's going to happen, and I mean, For the same reason you get car insurance. I mean, I know a lot of people get car insurance because it's the law, but you get car insurance just in case something happens. You get life insurance just in case something happens. Well, the Advance Healthcare Directive, which is far more likely to be used, I mean, there's most likely some point in your life, whether you really want to think about it or not, that an Advance Healthcare Directive will have to be used, that decisions such as these will have to be made, even if it's only for 2 days or a month or a week or whatever it is. It will have to be. It's much more likely at some point in your life, someone will have to fall under the parameters and provisions of a healthcare directive than, possibly car insurance. Who knows? So if you're healthy and you're young, and you have all your faculties, or if you're old and you're healthy, either way, if you have your mental capacity still with you, what you want to do is get the Advanced Healthcare Directive done as a part of your estate plan. So your estate plan, all different kinds of documents, but one of them should definitely be the Advanced Healthcare Directive, which deals only when you are become incapacitated, not when you die, because although there's provisions, as I stated, that it goes into effect at that time, but it's an important document to have. And any estate planning lawyer who knows what they're doing will prepare a good one for you. So if you like the video, click like. Los Angeles and Long Beach. So if you're in the local area, just give a call, come in for a consultation. Consultation's free. I'll let you know what can be done and so forth, and then we'll go from there. Okay, more on the coming videos.